You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Not even thinking that we would realize And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up for judgment day. Just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites did it. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, 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 we just can't go this way. Please hurry up with judgment day.
Do not categorize the blessing by colors. It is not the colors you need to watch. It is the character. Watch out for the character. I'm going to tell you that there are three basic types of people that you will interact with if you are a child of destiny. Can I share this with you? The first group are confidants. Confidants. You will have very few of them. Confidants are those people in your life who love you unconditionally. They are into you. Whether you're up or down, right or wrong, they are into you. They are in for the long haul. If you get in trouble, they get in trouble with you. They'll come see you in the jailhouse. They'll come get you out the crack house. They're confidants. You can open up and share anything with them. You'll never inherit your kingdom until you find your confidant. You can't be David till you find your Jonathan. Having a good confidant is the key that unlocks the kingdom, because you were raised outside the gate and God's going to cause you to reach over the wall. You got to have a confidant behind the wall who can mentor you for what God is going to do next in your life. The problem with most people is that everybody they run around with is under them. And so you are forever feeding people who can't feed you. And after years of feeding them, they begin to drain you. You got to have somebody who can feed you so you can feed somebody else. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Am I talking to anybody in here? You need the confidant then. The confidant is those few people that come along in your life that are for you. They are with you. They are intimately intertwined in your life. They are there to make sure that you reach your destiny. They will confront you. They will get in your face. They will get in your business. They will tell you when you're wrong, because they are confidants. If you have 2 or 3 of them in a lifetime, you are a blessed person. Without them, you'll never be who God called you to be. You need to find your confidant. Number 2, the other group are your constituents. They are not into you. They are into what you are for. They are for what you are for. They are your constituents. And as long as you are for what they are for, they will walk with you and work with you and labor with you, but never think that they are for you. They are for what you are for. And you have to know that, because if they meet somebody else that will further their agenda, they will leave you and hook up with them, because they were never for you. They were just for what you were for. They are your constituents. And throughout your life, if you're not careful, particularly if you're broken, you will mistake your constituents for your confidants. And you will think that they are for you when they are really not for you. They are just for what you are for. And by the time you get through falling in love with them, they will break your heart as they hook up with somebody else who is for what you are for, because it was never about you anyway. It was about the causes that you represent. They are for what you are for, but they are not for you. They are your constituents. Can I go deeper with this? The third group are your comrades. These people are not for you, nor are they for what you are for. It is just that they are against what you are against. And the comrades will make strange bedfellows. This will cause people to come together who are not for you, and they are not for what you are for, but they are against what you are against. And they will team up with you to help fight a greater enemy. But don't be confused by their associations. They will only be with you until the victory is accomplished. These people are like scaffolding. They come into your life to fulfill a purpose. And when the purpose is complete, the scaffolding is removed. But don't be upset when they are removed, because the building always remains when the scaffolding is removed. What I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, expect the constituents and the comrades to leave you and desert you after a while. Don't be upset when they don't react to your dream the way you expected them to, because they were never really with you in the first place. Be careful then who you tell your dream to, because if you tell your dream to your constituents, they will desert you and try to fulfill the dream without you. If you tell it to your comrades, they won't support it, because they never were for what you were for anyway. If you find a few people in your entire life with whom you can share your dream with, you are a blessed somebody. I can tell you how to identify people who are really for you. If they are really for you, They will weep with you when you weep, and they will rejoice when you rejoice. When you walk in a room and you tell somebody good news, stop being happy for a minute and watch their reaction. If they're not happy for you, shut your mouth and walk back out of the door. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. Oh, yeah, because when they are really connected to you, they will be happy for you when you share your dream. Find somebody, look them in the eye and say, are you happy for me? If you don't get the right reaction, don't tell them anything else. You need somebody who's really going to be happy for you. I don't want just anybody praying for me. I don't want none of them haters praying for me, because you know you hate me and you don't want me to succeed. I want somebody praying for me who really wants me to be blessed, who wants me to be an overcomer, so you can put up your oil and stop speaking in tongues, because you know you never did speak to me anyway, and ain't no need in you coming up here in this hospital like you gonna pray some cancer up off of me. I'd rather have somebody who really loves me lay across the bed and rebuke the devil. And God is so faithful, he'll always give you somebody. Oh, if he ever sent anybody into your life to help you, you ought to just clap your hands and thank him for the people he sent. Don't worry about the people he took. You ought to praise him for the people he sent. Tell somebody, say, somebody help me. I didn't get here by myself. Somebody helped me to get here. Somebody taught me how to stand. Somebody got me behind the gate. Somebody taught me the protocol of the pilot. Somebody encouraged me when I felt like dropping out of school. Somebody helped me when my back was up against the wall. Somebody mentored me when I was going through a divorce. Somebody helped me when I was going through a crisis. God is so faithful that he will never leave himself without a witness. He will send somebody.
I'm thinking, the question I'm asking, is Pharaoh still existing? As he be born, resembling an Israelite, not being treated right, enslaved day and night. Oh, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. Be like the Israelites.
Right now. Yeah, yeah. I must tell Jesus all of my trials. I cannot bear these burdens alone. In my distress, He kindly will help me. He ever loves and cares for His own. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. I cannot be. No. My burdens alone. I must tell Jesus. I must tell Jesus. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone. I must tell Jesus all of my troubles. He is a kind and compassionate friend. If I ask Him, He will deliver, make all my troubles quickly and hand. I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, I cannot be. I must tell Jesus, my burdens are low. I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone. What must I do when worldliness calls me? What must I do when tempted to sin? I must tell Jesus, and He will help me over the world, victory to win. I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, I cannot be. No, my burdens are low. I must tell Jesus, I must tell Jesus, Jesus can help me. Jesus can help me. Only Jesus can help me. Only Jesus alone.
Now more than ever, women are taking the helm.
It's the girls' group. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZY 95.9 FM listeners, of course, ladies and gentlemen. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYU 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you
every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know how we start the thing?
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Medite.
And of course, that's the young man himself, the resident love doctor, Dr. Rennie Mohammed. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know we say it here in the village. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on a purple t-shirt, a maroon t-shirt, a salmon t-shirt, salmon t-shirt. Doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatania, Xenorania, Sonaranius. Each and every one is welcome in the village with yours truly, Professor Walshit and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM. And let me bring in my partner, the man himself, the one and only, the man they famously call, that was nicknamed by the one and only COP boy. The man have two names. Well, three. Nah, maybe four.
You have to make your mind up. But
Uncle Tony, Uncle Tommy, Marshall Nesbitt, and Tommy. But he's
anyway,
well here as Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Thank you for having me this evening, and how are you?
I am splendiferous, man. You know, Tommy, today was considered to be the last day of school, right?
Right.
And normally, I do give my tests on the last day of school, the final exam on the last day of school. So some of the kids are very happy with that because, you know, they may have 5 or 6 different exams. And exam starts, the exam period actually starts at the end of the week. So, you know, I feel I'm playing my part in giving them a kind of a mental break now from at least one exam. And the thing about it, Tommy, is 100 questions, you know?
All right. Only 100.
Tommy, you mean why only 100? 100 questions and nothing?
Yeah, only 100. They could have used 200, right?
Yeah, them just fly through the 100 questions like nothing. Because, you know, Tommy, what I try to do, right? And if we could get the RPNM to do this, is that I am very transparent with the students. And what do I mean by that? I tell you the things that are going to be covered on the final exam. Okay? So it is your responsibility now to go and prepare to make sure when you come into the room, you are prepared to take the exam.
Yeah.
Now, there are others who may do it a little differently. They may say, well, listen, we're going to review chapters 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, and the test is based on those chapters. Yeah? But I just decided to do it a little differently. You know? Do you think I'm being transparent? Do you think what says you?
Yeah, I think that you are a good professor.
Yeah.
I think you do a good job.
Yeah, I try my best to be very transparent and accountable in the class. And I tell the kids that, you know, in this class we're gonna keep it real, you know what I mean? And I think a big part of it is to keep it real, you know, in the class and you know it's funny, before I actually started teaching, my son and daughter told me, they said, Dad, whatever you do, just be fair with the students. You could give them a bad grade, Tommy, but if you are fair with them and you show them that, listen, you know, you didn't have A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
You didn't do
So
the
what I
work.
have to do now, each So the kids in the class are put in 6 different groups, and each one of them have to do a business plan. And I've said this before. A business plan is with regard to doing something in Tobago, something in Trinidad, and something in Africa, right? So the kids they can learn about Trinidad, they can learn about Tobago, and going to learn about one country in the continent. They're going to learn about whether it's Nigeria, whether it's Ghana, because they have to put what's called a low power FM radio station in a country in Africa. And it turns out to be pretty, it's also knowledge for the kids. And I learned some things too myself, and some of the things the kids come from Trinidad and Tobago, I say like, I wonder where they get that from, boy. And I had to ask questions, but it is what it is. So finally, Tommy, Bijram was first in the village tonight. Bijram ever come first? He come first before, right?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. Good day, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. All listeners, today menu, Sada roti with Bodhi. Today I listened to the 2 to 4 program that Humpty Dumpty, the only Koki station 91.9. They only see in one eye. I thought our Koki person used to see in both eyes.
I thought it was just that the eyes weren't straight.
Yeah, I mean, they see sideways. Maybe that's what Bijram mean. They were seeing sideways. Curtis Monteshard, boy, my true Kenyan friend. Welcome. Renwick Joe, boy, live on direct out of Tobago.
Welcome.
Yeah. And Tommy, we supposed to join Aisha Wells at the top of the hour for 5 minutes simulcast. And she talking crime in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
So I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's sad. When you read, it's sad.
You is it sad, Tommy boy? Or is it that we don't have the right people in the right place to solve the problems we have?
That too.
I don't know. It just seemed to me that highly welcome. You know what was amazing to me? It's amazing to see the situation that happened in Cocoreet, right? And all of a sudden, the commissioner of police finally decide to come out of our office and go on the ground. What took us so long to do that?
Well, all I had to say was better late than never. At least maybe she's getting the memo.
Tommy, after all them murder, she now getting the memo?
Some people are just slow.
Oh, okay. In these type of situations, you have a reactionary commissioner rather than a proactive commissioner. We play that, we play that reactionary versus proactive,
Correct.
So we have a reactionary commissioner of police.
It is what it is.
Tommy, do you think she have done a good job?
Absolutely not. I think she's in over her head.
I want to agree with you. I want to agree with you. She's way in over her head. I mean, way. I think, Tommy, that people might take Jacob over she, Yeah, Jacob, or maybe two of them in the same boat.
Oh well.
Yeah, I just find that she fighting to get the next year's contract. No, that I think that boat have already set sail. The PNM could never in their right mind Let me repeat that. The P&M could never in the right mind give she a 3 years extension.
But then again, things happen that make you know that they're not in their right mind from time to time. So
Tommy talking about crime, you know.
I know.
We ain't talking about education or health. We're talking about crime, you know.
I know. But look at who's in charge. Who's the minister, prime minister for crime?
Well, that too. He
So
and Ola need to go. He and Ola need to take the same maxi taxi.
oh boy.
Both of them. Both of them need to take the same. Maybe with the red band. What areas the red band does apply? Red band maxi taxi. What area?
East.
Yeah, well, I think both of them need to take the red band maxi taxi. The east one.
Keep going east.
Yeah. Just keep going east. Keep going east. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going east. Because the country heading south.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm saying nothing is impossible with PRM. $3 billion misplaced. All of the road, yeah. Look, Caribbean News just sent a release there. I mean Caribbean Airlines. Let me see what they're saying. Caribbean Airlines. What is that one? I thought I just see it there.
And they're saying their wings are safe.
Nah, Caribbean Airlines is one of the safest airlines we have, you know. Let me do. Media release: Team Demerara Guyana wins first ever Caribbean Airlines Village Cricket T10. That's what I'm released. Oh, the finals of the Caribbean Airlines Village T10 cricket tournament was hosted on May 5th at the National Cricket Center in Trinidad and Tobago. All right. They hosted a T10 cricket, boy. Okay. That's the breaking news.
Wow.
You see what's breaking news now? Oh God, that's breaking news.
Distraction.
Oh God, breaking news. 3 billion. I didn't say 3 billion, more like $3 trillion misplaced. Nah, it's 3 billion. You know. But Tommy, we had some good news over the weekend, you know.
Share the good news.
Let me share the good news for all the sports fans. And knowing that I'm a sports fanatic, and over the weekend was the World Relays in Bahamas, and both the Trinidad and Tobago 4x4 qualified, and the women's 4x1 qualified. So here is the men's 4x4.
The world silver medalists and the Olympic silver medalists, France and Netherlands, find themselves in the same heat here. France looking to make up for the absence of Thomas Jordier through injury, which caused them to be in this Olympic qualifying round 2. Brazil right on the outside with Lucas Carvalho have gone through the first 200 particularly strongly. Also very strongly out are Trinidad and Tobago. Netherlands on the outside of Trinidad and Tobago with Eugene Marla. Trinidad and Tobago being caught by those on the inside lanes at the moment. But Brazil with Lucas Carvalho. Canada are about to hand the baton on to Marco Arup, the World 800-metre champion. Brazil right on the outside. And Brazil get the baton over first, just ahead of France, Canada, the Netherlands, Trinidad and Tobago, and Australia have made some late progress as Alex Beck right on the inside trying to make the most of that tight bend and sneak up the inside as the stagger unwinds. Brazil then lead as they break from the lanes down the back. From France and the Netherlands in third position, Terence Agard for them. It's Lucas Villar out front for Brazil. Gilles Biron in second position for France. Jareem Richards, the former world indoor champion over 400 metres, is now moving Trinidad and Tobago up into third position ahead of Terence Agard of the Netherlands. Australia with Alex Beck, and also Marco Arup is keeping Canada in touch. They come down the home straight to hand on to leg number 3. Trinidad and Tobago flying down the home straight. Great leg from Jareem Richards has put them into second place as we move on to the third leg. But still Brazil are the leaders. Vitor Di Miranda takes the baton for them. Australia tearing into this third leg with Cooper Sherman, who was the one team change yesterday, and I hope he's measuring his effort correctly here. Cooper Sherman getting his first taste of the World Relays here in the Bahamas, halfway through this third leg. Australia, Brazil, Trinidad and Tobago and France. Canada in fifth position at the moment with the Netherlands, who've got a bit to do. The baton currently in the hand of Ramsey Angela for them. They've got Bonavacia on the final leg. Canada will hand on to Jalen White as they close up. Australia are starting to fade. Brazil, Trinidad and Tobago and France, Canada and Netherlands continue to chip away, and Australia are going backwards. Cooper Sherman's barely going to get to his teammate, as Brazil with 5 metres on the rest in this final heat for the 2 places up for grabs, but anything could happen in behind them. Trinidad and Tobago with Shaquem Mackay on the final leg. France have Theo Andon currently in third position, all chasing out Mateus Lima out front. They're pretty evenly spread, those first 5 positions. Jalen White for Canada and Limavin Bonavacia for the Netherlands at the moment. All of them have got a couple of metres to find on the athlete in front of them, and the one they've got to catch is Mateus Lima of Brazil. Swinging into the home straight for the final 2 places in the Olympic Games, Mateus Lima from Brazil. Trinidad and Tobago and France tussling for that second spot. Brazil are fading, they're going to get to the line. Trinidad and Tobago are just about going to hold off France. Straight up there, 5 teams probably in contention coming down the stretch.
Yeah, it was a great race to watch that, because it was from the beginning to the end, it was so
tactical change from the Trinidadians, because they moved him onto the second leg from the anchor. Hardy for the Netherlands, fighting a problem obviously, but really a team man, Terence Agard, and that's why he's gone up a bit gingerly there, a crashing fall.
He had problems with his shoulder, I think. I was watching, like, he was falling down on his shoulder and he had pain in his shoulder, so I don't know exactly, but it was after the race. So
seeing the final leg runners heading out here for Brazil.
Very strong performance from Brazil, like from the beginning to the end.
Lima had room to celebrate. You can see the grimaces and the determination from the teams in behind. Australia might have a little look back actually at how that third leg was run from Cooper Sherman, but this is that desperate battle down the home straight between the world silver medalist France. Desperately, Theo Andon just couldn't find a way past Trinidad and Tobago. Shaquem Mackay seeing them through. So as a result of that, the world.
There you have it, Tommy. Tommy, you know it's Shaquem Mackay, right? The anchor leg on that team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a scholarship for him, but he didn't want to go to the school that I get the scholarship for him. But he ended up at LSU University, which is a good deal, you know. And most of them kids, Tommy, I don't know who is the 4th kid. I know Jareem, Guevara, and what I mean, I know them, I know of them, and
Right.
McKay, I know McKay, right? Most of them are training in the United States of America. You know, I don't know who the 4th kid is, but they are all training in the United States of America. So you see what scholarship does to the caliber of athletes we produce?
Yes, it raises the bar.
It raises the bar. Correct is right. You know, it absolutely raises the bar. You know, and I was happy to see that, you know, Shaquem finally get it together, because he used to be injured a lot. And I was happy to see that he anchored that team. So what happens now? is that they have already qualified now for the Olympics. You know, by placing second in the World Relay Championship, they qualify for the Olympics, you know, in France 2024.
Great.
You know, so, and the women also qualified as well, too. So, you know, I mean, we had good things happen over the weekend, man. It's not all bad with the, what
We
happened down
needed, we needed something good to happen.
Yeah. We needed something good to happen. And, you know, those kids come under a lot of criticism, eh? And I have to say this, eh? Trinidad and Tobago, under this regime, don't support sports like they're supposed to. And sports can be a big crime initiative in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? You remember when we showed the thing in Sealots, them fellas and them had a boxing ring? You saw how dilapidated a boxing ring look? Right? They ain't doing much about sports. You know? They ain't doing much about sports at all.
They just can't see.
Tommy, I don't know if they can't see. You know? I think they could see. Maybe they can't see. Maybe they can't see.
You think they're turning a blind eye?
Yeah. That's what I think. I think that they are not really into sports. Well, of course, unless you're playing golf. But I don't think sports is of any big importance to them. A serious importance. You know, as other things that are currently, you know, going on. You know? And just before we go for the break, right, there was something happened in Jamaica that I am hoping that this can happen in Trinidad. This was a deal that happened, and the guy said it was both parties coming together in order to get this done. Take a listen to this.
I want to make the point, which is important, that this project is non-partisan. It is not a political program, and I want to emphasize that. And I commend the Mayor of Kingston for endorsing the program. Regardless of what color shirt you wear, your front end feel it. So you don't have one road for green and one for orange. Everybody use the same road. And everybody is affected in the same way.
You see, we should have a certain thing for red, a certain thing for yellow, right? Once it benefits the constituency, that is what it should be about. It shouldn't be that if the yellow in power and the red come in power, the red don't finish what the yellow started. If the red come into power, if the yellow come into power, the yellow don't finish what the red started. You know, we have to get away from that type of politics, man.
We have to have the population enlightened and force the hands of the representatives.
You know, Tommy, I hear you talking about the population, eh? You think the population is serious about that?
They will have no choice but to get serious.
Well, how long is it going to take to get serious, Tommy? We in 2024?
Yeah, sooner than later, trust me.
Sooner than later?
Yeah.
We have an election coming up, you know. We have an election coming up.
So?
I think you're talking about the later. You'll get serious on the later part. I mean, I want to think that you are correct, but the evidence doesn't show that. Khalid, welcome. Yeah, I don't know if the evidence shows that. You know, because we and since we're gonna be talking a quick 5 minutes with Aisha about crime. I don't understand something. And I want you all to listen to this video. Tommy, police was out in force for the Point Fortin Borough Day.
Right. I saw
And
video.
when Borough Day finished, what happened?
They were home.
This event, Borough Day, commenced at 4 a.m. today. The police are deployed in their full numbers, and some of the different arms of the TTPS we have with us are the GB, IATF, NOTF, the Southwestern Division Task Force, uniformed police officers, municipal police officers, as well as the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force. We are out in our numbers to ensure that this celebration comes off in a safe environment for all persons participating.
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, again, we seek to bring all the different arms of national security together to ensure a great Borough Day. Presently, at Point Fortin, what we are seeing is a collaboration with the municipal police and with the hard work of the TTPS. What we recognize is that a lot of plans has been put in place. Senior Superintendent Remy has really put all his men together, and with the combination with all the other departments in the police service, we have a good turnout, and we are expecting persons to really have a good time. As they have a good time, we want to encourage persons to ensure that they remain within the law. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service stands ready to assist and to ensure law and order. And as you continue to do your time of festing and revelry, we want you to always remember that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is here for safety and security, and we will be in the area. There will be high visibility in many of the areas. You're going to see police at different points. We want you to cooperate with the police in any roadblock exercise that you see, because all we want to see is that we have a safe Borough Day. So we want to thank each and everyone for participating, and look out for the police service. We are here for law and order and safety and security of all citizens here in Trinidad and Tobago.
This morning I am here together with a contingent from the Interagency Task Force to perform duties at the Point Fortin Borough Day celebration. We are here to ensure that there's a peaceful celebration and that persons are able to move about without having any concern for their safety. We are here in the large numbers together with other personnel from the NOTF, the Southwestern Division police officers, the Guard and Emergency Branch, and other arms of law enforcement to ensure that the peace is kept in Point Fortin during this celebration.
Today at the Point Fortin Borough Day celebration, I want to thank the police officers for their support, and also the citizens and visitors to Trinidad and Tobago at the Borough Day and their cooperation in us making this city safe. As we continue the celebration today, I want to ensure the public that we continue providing safety and security to our visitors and the community. On behalf of the Intelligence and Investigations team, I want to say thank you, and we look forward to a safe and secure Trinidad and Tobago.
As we come to the close of the Juve celebrations, I want to take this opportunity to thank the officers for yet another incident-free Borough Celebrations 2024. This year, again, we were ably supported by our fellow agencies, the municipal officers, the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, our traffic wardens. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for coming out. We have walked the route. The masqueraders and spectators are happy and they felt safe. So I can safely say we have accomplished our mandate. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There you have it, Tommy.
Yep. Borough Day.
I don't know why. It appears to me the police in Trinidad making a mockery of people.
Now, when a borough becomes a city, what do you call it? Still Borough Day? City Day.
Borough Day. Point 14 Borough Day.
If the borough is no longer a borough under the city.
No, they just keep it the same. It's Trinidad, I don't know. What are you changing it for? So, folks, we're going to go to the top of the hour. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We're going to go for a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to try to do a simulcast with Aisha Wells on Hot Off the Press in TNT. We'll be right back. Stick and stay.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much a one thing good for nothing. Too much a good thing never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up we PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost the hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring my bell, wake up Eric Williams. Tell him the party found him PNM needed immediate attention. Ring my bell, wake up Mother Cornhucks. Tell she to cast a spell on we party, not what it used to be. I ring my bell, ring my bell. I ring my bell down there. I ring my bell, ring my bell. I ring my bell down there. This thing is becoming out of hand. It's time this damn nonsense stop. If you don't sing a PNM song, from Skinner Park you'll be dropped. Calypsonian could have sing what they want. We were the spokesman for the people. Eric Duffy, Chambers Dunphy. When Kamala drunk, how she like to pee. Calypsonian, no, that's no way to go. Too much happening in we country.
What we have now
So, folks,
is
we are live
children that made children in the ghetto
with
and didn't
Aisha Wells
proper parenting.
on Hot Off the Press.
Because Kingsley mother could have seen me and hit me a tap long time if I misbehaving while walking through Russell to go over Simple Street to check my aunt. If Kingsley passing through the jail here to go and check his cousin and them, my father could have hit him too close if he misbehaving. We had that respect among one another where we're raising children was concerned. You couldn't be in big people conversation in them areas. We just talk about criminals on the block selling the weed. As a child, you can't play here. You had to put in. But we don't have that now because children made children, and the children, instead of being parents, they were their children's friend. So some of them know what the children do and don't get tired. They know what the children doing and they turn a blind eye to it because it's beneficial to them now. Remember, with these bad boys, rank is also something. That is a bargaining chip in these communities because your son is so-and-so who name calling so-and-so. Nobody going to interfere with you because your son is a ranker. Then your son is first in line to certain contracts when it comes in the hood too. Let me talk it as it is. So there's a possibility for him to die young, yes. But all they will live fast and enjoy the money one time. It's a cycle. I am very sorry I'm not raising no child to be no gunman out here. How could I carry a child for 9 months? Watch this child grow, send this child to school, feed this child, dress this child, clothe this child. And then watch he out here harassing and killing people and just, oh God, what I go do? Where I go do? I am a mother of boy children. What I go do? I'm not making no child to distress nobody in the road out here. I will be the first person to bring the police here because I know you're going to kill me as your mother. So as soon as you realize you're around, you're pee frotting and you're smelling yourself, I showing up for the police for you. And letting them know, hey, you have a gun in there. I rather talk to my son every day in the jail than to bury my son and never talk to him again. And sometimes we as parents must come to that realization. When did we make children that we're afraid? I can
So
make
folks,
anything I can't talk
I'm
to.
waiting for Aisha Wells to
about
pick
that.
up the phone.
Does that make sense to you? It's not easy. The lines are open. I'm talking about this and I get a headache all over again, thinking about the level of madness that we really allowing to continue in these communities. According to what Barataria say, somebody knew he had guns. Somebody didn't know that I was a kid. But somebody sat and didn't say nothing, and 4 members of the community dead now, and everybody up in arms over the killing. But somebody didn't know. Nobody did nothing about it. Wall Street, welcome. How you doing?
Aisha Wells, you are live on WZY 95.9 FM with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of the Press Network. We are having a discussion about crime this evening on the heels of the bloody weekend that we saw. You know, what you guys have to say, weigh in on the conversation.
Well, Aisha, Tommy and I just played a video about Point Fortin Borough Day, where police was out in full force. They had the army, they had the ATF, they had all the masters from Trinidad and Tobago out there, Aisha. Why do they do that every day, Aisha? Why is it not done every day in Trinidad and Tobago? Why is this just selectively done when we have murders and then all of a sudden we have the commissioner of police showing up? To me, we are looking from the outside, Aisha, and it appears to us from out here, Tommy have his own opinion, it appears to us that, you know, it just seems that like one sort of gimmick. It's one sort of gimmick. You have a Point Fortin Borough Day gimmick where you have everybody out there and then they go back inside. People get killed. The commissioner of police show up. So people get killed all the rest of the time and she didn't show up. So, you know, we don't understand that. I don't know if Tommy has an opinion. Tommy, you want to give your opinion?
Well, it's the whole thing is saddening. I can't help but feel sad to think there's no real responsibility being taken by the authority. It's just a game.
So Aisha, for example, right, we have a person at Trinidad, Trinbago, named Sergeant Ramsey, who lives here in New Jersey, in Essex County, New Jersey. He have tried to reach out to the police department in Trinidad in order to bring an initiative that have been very successful here in Newark, New Jersey, with regards to guns, trying to get guns off the street. He have worked with several gangs here in Newark, New Jersey, and have been very successful. And he can't see the light of the day in Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe he had to be from the United Kingdom or from Canada or from one of them other countries, and you have a different hue, and then they will look at him. You know, so it appears to us that I don't know if the people in charge in Trinidad and Tobago are serious about solving the crime problem, in my estimation, because every day it seems to be getting worse and worse.
We have a caller.
Aisha, it seems to be getting worse and worse, and we ain't trying something to get different results. Aisha, remember that killing up in Laventille? Did the commissioner of police go up there? Remember that
Which killing is this?
The killing where the little boy died. They were shooting and the little boy died. The 12-year-old or some boy died.
Okay. I don't remember her going to Laventille for that particular shooting.
But it had plenty shooting there and go. What about the one down in St. Paul Street? Where them fellas and them just get killed the other day. Did she go to that?
I don't know if it's okay. So I'm trying to figure out, are you saying she should attend every murder scene?
Gruesome murder scenes where 3 and 4 people dead in, she should attend. She's the commissioner of police.
Professor, Professor, the word is dying. Where you get that in?
The whole thing's going on in Trinidad. People dead in. They dead in.
No wonder they're saying you buy your professorship. Go ahead.
Nah, class just finished today, Aisha. Today was the last day.
Okay.
Sorry,
my bad.
I asked for you to come and get a speech before my class, and you ain't show up yet. You ain't show up
She
yet.
did say you didn't have no class, but continue.
Aisha, this is hot off the press. No? This is not 91.9. This is WZYE 95.9 FM. And hot off the press, not 91.9. You understand?
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I want to actually put your video up now so people can see who they're talking with. So we just putting you up on the screen here so our viewers can see you and Tommy while you guys are talking to us. We were talking about proper parenting, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Yes.
Could you tell us your take on what you think can be done to bring about proper parenting in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well,
all up on the screen. Big up all your whole stuff. All the way to the people now.
Big up we all stuff, all you. All right, yeah. Well, Aisha, next Monday, we go pull you up on the screen too. So for all our people, we'll see all you, and all your people seeing us now. Let me wave to them. All my RPNM friends. Tell me wave to them. Tell me wave to them now. So Aisha.
Tell me how you sit down there and take you sleeping on yourself too.
Tell me quiet, man. But Aisha, you're talking about parenting, right? I grew up in Chumaka, Laventille, and my parents back then was hard at work trying to make an honest living, to put food on the table, to put clothes on our back, and to send us to school. That's what they were interested in. You understand? And they were very hard at that. However, the social services of the government also has a role to play as well. And by extension, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Department can play a role as well in order with respect to going and liaising with the community and the people in the community, especially the kids. You see, we have to start this thing at a very young age. We can't wait till them fellas become teenagers then to try to change them. And Aisha Wells, what's significantly important is there must be opportunities for these young kids. Opportunities for these young kids. And in my estimation, there's not enough opportunities in Trinidad and Tobago for these young kids. Aisha, did you see the video from Christmas List with them fellas from Sealot and them fellas from up in Canada and them fellas from on the Beatum? And you hear the kind of thing them fellas and them saying? Right? They're telling it, they're keeping it real.
You want again?
What is that?
What opportunities you want again?
What opportunities?
Are they going to take advantage of the opportunities? They're not taking advantage of the opportunities we have now.
Aisha, you see that? You see you going down the same road just like them, you know. You going down the same road just like them, you know. Aisha, when you get that chance.
I'm asking questions, Wall Street. I'm asking questions.
No, you're going down the same road of them. That's called internalized oppression, Aisha. Internalized oppression is what they think of us we internalize it on ourselves and say, you know what? Most of them little black youth, and them, they're lazy. They don't want to work. All they want to do is sit on the block and lime. That is not true. That is absolutely not true. There's a minority of them who doing that. But there are, Aisha, when the cruise airlines came to Trinidad to look for people for jobs, there was thousands and thousands of people lining up. When the people from Guyana came for jobs, there was thousands and thousands of people lining up. The cruise people currently looking for people to get work, and they pour out, I think the ministry, which one of the ministries put it out? I can guarantee thousands and thousands of people apply for those jobs. Do you know what, Aisha? Yeah, what they have? They have a one where if you have a business, you could get $250,000 grant. A $250,000 grant. How many of them black contractors or them black business people in the hood getting that? How many of them? You know anyone, Aisha, who get that in the hood? I know, but
Is Aisha there?
Aisha going quiet, boy.
Is Aisha there or she's gone?
I don't know of any that got it. I am right here.
There you go. There you go. They have another one, Aisha, for 20,000 in East Port of Spain. Right? Go and look at the application, Aisha. And the only thing they want to do, Aisha, is pull on your pants. That's the only thing they want you to do. Pull on your pants. Look at the application, Aisha. I looked at it. What they requiring from them people on them. Aisha, come on, man. You have to make it easier. If you are serious about stemming the tide, what's going on to that, they have to get serious. In my estimation, they're not serious. Go ahead, Tommy.
No, it takes this is just another figure of speech. It takes a village to raise a child, especially an African child. And what we have recognized and we are sure works is usage of sporting events, sporting programs, and arts and craft programs. We see even here in the United States, Andy Narell's father using our gift to the world, which is a steel pan, to keep his kids and other kids out of wrongdoing and crime and errant behavior. Yes, we can use our instrument, our national instrument, much more effectively to help with our youths. And we can use our sporting facilities and our sporting programs much more effectively to help keep our youth out of crime.
Tommy, you are so correct. And Aisha, we're going to close on this. Aisha, I saw you did a video at a sports day in Hazy Crawford Stadium. Remember that, right? I saw that video.
Yeah, that was about 3 weeks ago.
Right. I saw that video and I said, wait, boy, Aisha wanted something there, you know. You took your time and went down there. And Aisha, that is the kind of activities Ministry of Sports should be investing in more. More. I saw plenty of them young kids. I was very impressed. And I was impressed with you, Aisha. You know, I know you never run a 10-meter dash before, but I was very impressed by you going out there and doing that. Aisha, I'll give you the last word.
At this particular event, what I noticed is a lot of the children, just to get medals, because the prizes were medals, it wasn't money or anything like that, they came out there and they gave their best. Their parents were also in attendance, very supportive. But what happens after these games? How much of them get filtered into running for Trinidad and Tobago nationally? You know?
No, you see, but that's where it starts, Aisha. It starts from there. And then you could have community activities as well. You know, and then, you know, I've said this, Aisha, and we're going to close with this. I've said this, Aisha. The government needs to do 41 recreation departments in each one of the 41 constituencies. 41 recreation departments in each one of the 41 constituencies. And these recreation departments deals with academics and athletics, right? And that will have a significant impact on these communities in Trinidad and Tobago. The government need to do that. And Aisha, before we go, I want you to look at the video for the 3 guys that don't look like you, Tommy, or I, who came into Trinidad, and they're doing these videos in Lavantil, and they went up into Canada, and you see these 2 buildings that have been abandoned for years, Aisha Wells, and they're going and build a new building down by CGA down there, right around the corner. They're going to build a new building. Aisha Wells, that is sad. But Aisha, we go give you the last word. We'll give you the last word.
Thank you so much, Tommy and Wall Street. Give me a quick Wall Street before we leave.
All right. Later. Thank you. Bye-bye. So there you have it, folks. A little quick simulcast between Hot Off the Press and us here in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. It's a good thing to do those kind of things. You know, people will hear where we are coming from, you know, and of course, you know, them RP and them people go call and cuss. Tommy, Tommy going on the non-radio, you know, down social media so they could cuss. They go call and they go cuss you, Tommy. What Tommy talking about? Yeah, they go. But Tommy, as we talking about that, there's somebody sent me this video about racism in Jamaica. I don't know. I want you all to listen to this video and see if you all agree with this. Caribbean Soul, welcome. I don't know if you agree with this. Take a listen to this.
All the rich people in Jamaica are white or light skinned, and all the poor people in Jamaica are usually black. And of course, there are black people that, you know, came up and made money and now they're rich, or uptown. But what you guys don't understand is that, like, uptown people will never see those people as uptown, because you weren't born into money, you know what I mean? And you haven't had that money for a long time. But let's get back to the racism thing. It's usually like visibly black people saying that racism isn't a thing in Jamaica. And that's because, like, you guys have just never experienced life as a white person or a light-skinned person in Jamaica. And I'm going to tell you my experience versus some of my darker-skinned friends, even though some of my dark-skinned friends are uptown. And we have very different experiences in Jamaica. Like, yes, I think one of the things that might be helping is that I'm also relatively attractive, but the things that me and my other light-skinned uptown friends can do or get away with, my dark-skinned friends could never do it in Jamaica. Like sneaking into certain places, or, you know, maybe lying to a police officer to get out of a ticket, or like getting certain things from certain places. Like, it's just like, no one in Jamaica is going to come up and be like, hey, you know, I hate you because you're black. But, like, they're going to give light-skinned or white people more advantages than the dark-skinned people. And that is racism. Like,
what says you, Tommy?
Well, that's the reality of Jamaica. Unfortunate, but it seems to be true.
Oh, okay. You think that's the same reality in Trinidad?
Somewhat.
Tommy, but growing up in Trinidad, I never experienced any racism.
We had discriminatory practices being brought against us that we weren't even aware of. I think we were unconscious. It's only in hindsight you can clearly look and analyze what has happened and what did happen in the past that was not right.
Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, good night, Mr. Ansem. Good night, Mr. Tommy. So, I watch that video, played it with the lady from Jamaica, right? You hear the examples where she call why it is racism, getting in the club for free, a police officer not giving you a ticket. Hear the example. That is so irrelevant. Any attractive person, be it white, be it black, be it Hispanic, will the police officer like you, they will let you go. When you go in any clubs in America, here, the more attractive is free you're going in. The more attractive you're going free in VIP. So here the comparison where she comparing that chalk and cheese. She not say nothing about jobs. She say nothing about land. She say nothing with irrelevance. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
She talking about she relatively attractive. Yes, when you're attractive, you're privileged. Any grace. You know what I'm saying? So you see, these the kind of narrative that people come on social media to brainwash the youths. And we don't need these things again. They have to stop that and start to talk. If you say you went to the bank for a loan and you see a white person in Jamaica, but personal experience you go see, and you apply for a loan and the white person get and you get, then I can understand that. Or if you go for a visa. But look how many black people in Trinidad get visa to leave, to go Canada, to go America, to go all over. Let me tell you, when I know get my people to come up here in America, and I went to the embassy, there were more African people getting visas than Indian people. So I don't see where's the racism. You understand what I'm saying? Is the more attractive is the police officer will give you a blind because they want to beat you. All right, so I look on and
let me say this, we don't have a racism problem in Trinidad and Tobago. We have maybe a prejudice problem, maybe prejudice, not racism. You see what she talking about there? She talking about maybe prejudice. She talking about, not racism. You see, because in my book, racism has an economic part of it, as a big part of it from an economic perspective. In that, if you are, all right, in charge in this country, Tommy, in this country, for example, let me go back to when I left Trinidad and Tobago. When I left Trinidad and Tobago, I had no clue anything about racism. Because as a matter of fact, Tommy, we saw rich people with big house, rich black Indian people driving Mercedes-Benz, BMW, have big house, have business, all kind of thing. I never experienced that. And I remember vividly, Tommy. We went up to Schenectady, New York, to run in these New York State Championships in 1978. I never forget this. 1978. I wasn't even in this country a year yet. And our high school was one of the best high school in the state of New York. And we went to the New York State Championships. And we won the 4x4 relay. And we got disqualified. Because one of the officials stated that one of our runners stepped on the line 7 times. So I asked the coach, I said, Coach, did that official check each one of these step on the line? The coach looked at me and says, Anselm, welcome to America. That's what he said. He said, welcome to America. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, it is difficult for a team from in the heart of Brooklyn that look the way we look to go up into Schenectady that really look like any of us and bring back home our state championships. I was like, wow, I don't understand that. He said, yeah, welcome to America. You see? And that is it. So the thing between in Trinidad and Tobago is prejudice. Prejudice. No. There could be the question, Tommy, is if I own a business that I now could practice racism. Right? What would you say?
First, we have to understand what racism is. You have to be in a position of strength. You get what I'm saying?
You're actually saying strength of power, in a position of power to make decisions.
Yeah, power. Yeah, power. Let's say that. Decision making power.
Yeah, to make decision making power. Let me take this call. Hold on. Yeah, Mr. Florida.
Hey, sorry about that, Mr. Ansel, Mr. Tommy. I just forget one point. In the Caribbean, right? White people is the minority. The majority is us, right? So how could a minority people make a country racism? Have racism in it? A minority.
Well, Mr. Florida, South Africa, the black was in the majority, you know, and the white was in the minority.
Yeah. Good point. But
and then the black
things change.
Yeah.
Because you see, social media and the internet make people wiser and more educated, and then people start to stand up for their rights. Remember back in the day, years ago, they had the internet and then had all the social media platforms, so now people's voices are being heard. You see, you don't have to have a riot in the streets, you know. You can have a digital riot.
Correct is right.
Broadcast it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed the topic. I want to hear about all the point of views.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Yes, let me interject. Institutional racism is real.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
And the system, you can put systems in place to enforce your agenda. And systems were laid and affirmed and strengthened that just does simply promote the agenda of the oppressor. And we have to face it.
Okay. You know, I don't know. I don't know where she get this from. I don't know. You know, all the race talk and problems come from the black that started, and it's like they have a problem with themselves. I don't know where you would get something like that from, Rishi. I know, Tommy, did I miss something?
It seems that way. I must have missed something also. But you see, denial is a major problem. And that has been reaffirmed by some of the guidelines that we follow.
You know, I want to go ahead, Tommy.
Which includes the Holy Book.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing something here. I'm Googling something. I want to find something.
Miles Monroe has a
yeah, I like Miles Monroe.
He has something out there that I looked at even tonight that spoke to what we're talking about here right now.
You're talking about race.
Yes.
Race, right? Hey, JB Appa, welcome and happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, strong.
Hey, happy birthday, JB.
Yeah. I'm Googling something here. Who talks more about race, white people or black people? Cause I ain't sure about that. Sometimes my phone kind of slow. Let me see. Hold on. I'm sure there has to be a study that was done on that. Okay, let me see this now. I know the internet here game problems. All right, here we go. Let me see what it comes back with.
Racism is real.
Okay, here what it says. Discussion about race and racial issues vary among different racial ethnic groups. According to a 2019 Pew Research survey, Black and Asian adults are more likely to say that race or race relation comes up in their conversation with family and friends at least sometimes compared to white and Hispanic adults. Specifically, the survey found that 63% of Black adults and 66% of Asian adults say race or race relation comes up at least sometimes. About 50% of white adults and 49% of Hispanic adults report the same. Furthermore, Black adults are more likely than other racial or ethnic groups to say this topic comes up often. 27% of Black adults say this, compared with 11% of white, 15% of Hispanic, and 13% of Asian adults. It is important to know that these conversations can be influenced by various factors, including personal experiences, community context, and current events. The frequency of this discussion does not necessarily reflect the importance of the issue to any particular group, but rather how often they engage in conversation about it. So Richie, you are correct. Let me see that there. Well, not all the race talk and problems has come from the Black, but 62% of Black adults and 66% of Asian adults say race or race relation comes up at some time. And Tommy, what I want to say, the reason why that is, Tommy, is because in my estimation that they face some type of discrimination more than other races. So in my estimation, based on that, it will come up more often. Right? So it's not all the race talk. It's 63% of the time.
And based on your research, it shows that Asians
more
are experiencing it more and worse than we are.
Right, 66% of the time. And for whites it's 59%. And for Hispanic it's 49%. Right? Rishi says black and white saying everyone in Trinidad is black as well, but black against white in general. Blacks like they have a problem with their skin color more than any other race.
People who have been taught to hate themselves.
Yeah, I kind of. It appears that way.
I mean, if you have been programmed to not like yourself and be critical of yourself.
Yeah, and internalized oppression.
So
go ahead, Tommy.
We have to face the realities.
Yeah, highly said South Africa, the government was white before Mandela, but in Trinidad and Tobago, the government has always been Trinbagonian, not Caucasian. So how it is that Caucasian have more attention from the government? Because they became the financiers. They have the money. Welcome, JB. Wall Street, why you just do that all the time? Agree to disagree. I mean, I agree to disagree. You put up something, I did some research, and you were right. Tell me, how did I agree to disagree?
No, what you did is you just verified.
What the
This is,
statement? Yeah,
and that's what we do. We verify.
that's all we do. We just, you see, you see, Rishi, we truly interested in educating. Seriously, be serious about that. And when people put up information, right, what we like to do, because I was wondering if that is accurate. So I just Google it.
Because
And you are accurate.
we may have opinions, but our opinions doesn't necessarily have to be the truth.
Correct is right. I am dark skinned and work with more white than black, and sometimes don't go black way. First thing they say is because I black. Well, look at it this way, Rishi. If you're in America and you have been discriminated against several times, let me use myself as an example. You know, working 23 years at the New York Stock Exchange, right? I have been told, this is what I was told, that if I was white, I would have been a big kahuna in the New York Stock Exchange. I asked the person, what do you mean by that? They said, you know what I mean. Right? I said, okay.
I can attest to what you're saying because as a software programmer, if I was white, I would have never left computing to do other things. I would have just stayed with computing.
And it shouldn't be like that. But it is like that. It is. Rishi says, Tommy, yes, you have to face the reality. We done black and it will not change. You have to make it and don't stop thinking you're black and can't do it. Why you will not admit black has a problem with themselves? But Tommy just says exactly, Tommy, you just said the same thing. Yeah?
Correct.
Hey, Tommy?
Absolutely.
We said here, a race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. Dr. Claude Anderson said that. Yeah. Yeah. Caribbean Soul says, I'm Indian, but my last name is John. So I'm treated badly when I go into public service places. We change your name, change your last name from John, Caribbean Soul. Change your last name from John. So I wanted to show something, yeah? And let me get this. So saying it does make you feel better, I'm asking. Saying what? That a race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. It doesn't make anybody feel better. But however, you're pointing out to people that you need to stop hating yourself and loving yourself. I think that's what we are saying.
It's just affirmations of consciousness.
Correct is right. You know, and we play the video for you with Malcolm X. Who taught you to hate yourself? You understand? And that's what he was talking about. Who taught you to bleach your face? Who taught you to bleach your hair? That is what he's talking about. That's exactly what he's talking about. So yes, I want to play. Yes. Here it is. This has to do with the commissioner of police. And in my estimation, again, my estimation, I think, Tommy, the commissioner of police was called and said, listen, you have to go and make an appearance down there. Right? Where that killing happened. The latest one over the weekend. And here it is.
At the top of the news tonight, 4 men are dead and 8 others injured following a shooting in Cocorite on Saturday night.
The victims were all liming on the eastern side of Building F, Phase 1 Powder Magazine, when a dark-colored vehicle drove onto the compound, turned around and stopped at the entrance. 2 men clad in dark-colored clothing alighted from the vehicle and started shooting in the direction of the group. The men then returned to the vehicle to make their escape. 36-year-old Jonathan Osmond was pronounced dead at the scene, while 22-year-old Shaquille Otley, 57-year-old Antonio Jack, and 31-year-old Sadiki Otley died at hospital. 8 others, aged 19 to 39, were taken to hospital to be treated for gunshot wounds. On Sunday, Commissioner of Police Earl Harewood Christopher visited the scene with her team to get a first-hand view of what transpired. She's condemning the act of violence.
It is senseless, and clearly these young persons have no regard to life. And it is not a situation that we will continue to condone. We will not condone that. We will ensure that all our required resources are applied to ensure we have proper investigations done in this matter.
Police officials say initial inquiries into the shooting indicate that it may be related to turf.
We also know in the Western Division the propensity for areas to have flare-ups and so on, because the fact is, and the community knows, that there are elements of gang activity in these districts here. So yes, the area has been quiet for a while, and it is not only sad and somewhat, I would say, unexpected that we had that level of violence directed at this community.
But Divisional Commander, Senior Superintendent Gavin Henry, reiterated the TTPS's stance when it comes to turf.
One of the key components of any of our strategies is hearing what the residents have to say, right? What are their concerns, and directing our strategies and activities towards addressing that, right? So with respect to turf, no criminal and no turf here, right? This is Cocorite residents and the people in this building. This turf belongs to them.
On Sunday, members of the Victims Support Unit were on hand to provide assistance to members of the community. Residents have been told to expect some inconvenience as police ramp up activities in this area. Stacey Ann Providence, TDT News.
The committal bundle in the case of the state versus Rajai Ali and others of the case regarding the murder of Dana Sitahal has been sent to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. This from the Judiciary of Trinidad and Tobago. Responding to media articles regarding the lack of progress in the prosecution of the case, the judiciary indicated the 8,100-page case file was sent in 3 parts to the DPP via file transport protocol on December 20th and 21st, 2023, as well as January 5th, 2024. May 4th was the 10th anniversary of former independent senator and attorney Sitahal's death. Ms. Sitahal was ambushed and shot on her way home in Woodbrook around 12:04 a.m. on May 4th, 2014. And Minister of Energy and Energy Industry, Stuart Young, is standing firm behind government's decision to restructure Petrotrin and close the Pointe-a-Pierre refinery. In a response to several commentators, including columnist Ralph Marage, Minister Young, in a statement to the media, describes 2 companies which came out of Petrotrin, Heritage Petroleum Company Limited and Paria Fuel Trading Company Limited, as successes. He notes the restructuring allowed this country to manage Petrotrin's debts without having to go to the International Monetary Fund for a loan. The Energy Minister reiterates that the refinery is being preserved for the possibility that an operator with a source of crude oil shows interest in the plant. He also indicates from fiscal year 2019 through March 2024, Heritage has made over $40 billion in revenue and paid $12.6 billion in taxes and royalties, all while turning a profit of $6.5 billion. In the case of Paria, the minister says for the same time period, Paria has made $52.6 billion in revenue and paid out $0.9 billion in taxes, while making a profit of $1.3 billion.
Tommy?
Yes.
When I see the commissioner of police now, I don't know if it's an election gimmick now. Whenever she comes out. Because in looking back, I think this is the first time in a while where we had incidents in Trinidad that we have seen the commissioner of police. You know, and I just don't know. I ain't sure. I don't know. I ain't sure. You know, and in my estimation, you know, we need to see more of boots on the ground. That's what you used to call it.
That's right.
Boots on the ground. We need more of that. We don't need that just when it's a carnival. You understand? We need to have carnival every day in Trinidad and Tobago. So we go get more police on the ground. That's what you know. I just thought about that. We should have a carnival every day, you know. If we have a carnival every day, we go get plenty police on the streets. You know why? Because plenty tourists go be coming. Tourists go be in and out of Trinidad and Tobago. And you know, even more, we could get foreign direct investment too. We could get US dollars circulating in the country. So I want to make, yeah. Let me have carnival every day in Trinidad and Tobago. 7 days a week. And police go be all over the place. Because that what seemed to happen to me. The only time police will be all out, police, army, all the different parts of the armed forces in Trinidad out in full force is when there's a carnival. So you know what we need to have? We need to have a Lavanti Borough Day. Lavanti is a borough? Let me just have a Lavanti Day, a Sawa Day, a Santa Cruz Day, a Tonapuna Day, a Rima Day, a Ruka Day, a Port of Spain Day, a Maraval Day, a Westmoreland Day. Let me have all these days. We go get plenty police all over the place because tourists go be coming in and they want to make sure the tourists safe. And by them making sure the tourists safe, they go make sure the country safe. So look at that. I just come up with that idea there. Just come up with that. What do you think about that?
You know,
tell me.
What's practical? That's what it comes down to.
What do you mean, tell me?
Some things, I mean, you have to face it. The effort it would take to have a different village day every week, or should I say, so often, it's gonna cut down on the productivity.
You feel so?
Absolutely. Because this weekend just passed was quite important Borough Day. Right?
Yeah.
Monday, which is the first day.
Out in the force. It was out in full force.
You know how much productivity was stymied because of that?
Productivity? Tommy, you think them worry about productivity when it's 0.14 there? You talking about the armed forces, or you talking about the people?
Talking about the economy, just the people.
Yeah, but it's a weekend.
Yeah, but even though it's a weekend, it affects the weekdays.
Nah, them ain't worrying about that. Them only worrying that it's a Borough Day. That we go out and we go and fet and have a good time. And the police making sure that all is safe. Rishi said, Wall Street, you was not taught to hate yourself. Stop. That you knows nothing about slavery times. They have lots of blacks as millionaire. You think they hang out with only rich blacks? No, they follow the money. Okay. So if they follow the money, who they hanging out with? Not poor blacks.
Right, because you're not gonna get a lot of Stone.
If they follow any money, Rishi, what are you hanging out with? Eh? It's either people richer than them or people more wealthier than them. Caribbean Souls, he says, I thought early retired. You will never see a rich black person talking about race. Or you blackie hanging out with white, black, blue, and wherever the money is, and you fail to see that. No, Richie, that's not true. That is not true. You will never see a rich black person talking about race. That is not true. You remember the fella called what is his name, boy? Allen? Who was trying to buy them media house on them? I go look that up for you, Richie. Nah, that one ain't true. Caribbean Soul. Stuart Young also said the oil cleaner in Tobago will be costing US 30 million. The oil cleaner up in Tobago. I see something about that, you know. Let me see something. I think I saw something about that, boy. 30 million, boy. Hold on, eh? I think you're right, you know.
It's 200 million TT.
I saw something about that today. Oh no. He said over 14 million. Hold on, eh? It was an article in the news there. I know I saw something about that. That is spent a set of money. Young, over US 14 million spent by government on Tobago oil spill. That's an article in the news there. He estimated the cost for the cleanup operation so far from central government side could be between US 14 to 20 million. So maybe if the teacher had to spend, but the teacher had no money to spend. Yeah, 14 to 20 million. And who get all them contracts, boy? Richie say, make all the people in Laventille rich tomorrow. Next day, if you hear race or black, that talk gone next day. Richie, you think so? You think it's just so that gone?
Delusional. She a little bit delusional.
Richie, you think it's just so that talk does go by? Really, right, Richie, right? Really, right? Yeah. But folks, we're gonna go for the break, right? And when we come back, I want to show you guys something that they should be doing more of in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to show you guys something they should be doing more of in Trinidad and Tobago. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZY 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
It raises a question, ladies and gentlemen. If they cannot speak the truth in small things, imagine what they will do in big things. I want to send a message to Black Stalin. It have some people that need burning. With honest people, you know where you stand. But not so with deceitful ones. For them, black is white and last could be first. About the truth, they couldn't care less. What was wrong for them yesterday? Now 10 times worse, they have nothing to say. For everything they was complaining,
Now their silence is deafening. So Black Stallion, now to you I turn. Them deceitful people must burn. Rowley shut down Petrotrin, they say not a word. Fire to burn them. No foreign exchange, they yet to be heard. Fire to burn them. In 6 times he raised the gas price. When we was producing it, they had it nice. But his protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC did do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to burn them deceitful men and women. What is right and wrong is wrong, whether it is spoken or put in song. Those who fear the truth, them hypocrite, will always hate the people who speak in it. There's 5 and 6 murders every day, with bullets and bloodshed everywhere. People are living in gripping fear, while the police tell you to pray. And the only reason you're still alive is nobody ready to take your life. For the right price, you could be history. That is where crime reaches sweet PNT. Now it's arm home invasion from them, not a word. Fire to burn them. Daily drive-by killings, they yet to be heard. Fire to burn them. People charged with murder could escape jail, cause under the PNM they will get bail. But it's protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC they do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to burn them. They will set a deceitful PNM. People losing jobs every day, while there's more taxes we have to pay. But all them stake in the valleys, not one word you would hear them say. And food prices going up daily. You can't buy food for your family, while government live in luxury. Inflation strangling everybody. And for the sick and the elderly, they can't buy drugs in the pharmacy. But there's none so blind, the Bible tell me, than those who have eyes and refuse to see. Now it's property tax, they're very quiet. Fire to burn them. Increase light bill, they're very silent. Fire to burn them. Them but boasting how they quiet, because as PNM they wouldn't riot. But it's protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC they do that, so Stalin, light your fire. We cannot wait any longer. Stalin, time to run there, time to burn out the PNM. They did not listen to Patrick Manning. Now the country is suffering. It's arrogance and incompetence, corruption and nepotism. Ministers get millions for government rent, while workers only getting 4%. Contract for their friends to get richer, while poor people have to suffer. 100 million in fake oil scandal, while there's no beds in the hospital. Mr. Manning advice did not take. Now we read that the devil did. Now it's corporate manslaughter from them, not a word. Fire to burn them. And those who are guilty still on the job. Fire to burn them. Oil and gas production is at all-time low. The Minister of Energy don't have a clue, but his protest like rain, they go burn down flat, flat, flat. If UNC they do that, Stalin, cannot wait, brother. Time to fire the BLM. Remember, people who can't face the truth will always hate the people who speak it. They're a hypocrite and hypocrite.
With your host, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
This is Travis Scott for 117.
You're listening to In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What it do is the baby and we in the mix.
What's up? It's your boy Usher.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce.
It's your boy Chris Brown right here.
Playing nothing but the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What's happening? This your boy Lil Jon.
Hey, yo, this the Yin Yang Twins.
You're listening to the sounds of...
And we doing it real big with my dog.
In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Yeah! We are back with you. In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street on WZYE.
Nobody else can use the internet. Nobody else can use it right now?
No, right now. Tommy, you saying something? Yeah, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you.
I'm just having the internet problems.
Okay. All right, I hear you. Yeah, it's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, people, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV on YouTube, and WZYE 95.9 FM on Twitter, now known as X. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 or 973-609-6509. So, Caribbean Soul sent me an article in the Loop News. Let me read that for you guys. Trinidad and Tobago have been granted access to the International Oil Pollution Fund via the 1992 Civic Liability Convention to cover cleanup costs in the wake of the damage caused by Gulf Stream oil spill in Tobago, which could be as much as US $30 million. In a media briefing Monday, Minister of Energy and Energy Industry Stuart Young said government pleaded their case to the committee via oral submissions and were granted authorization to access the funds. So thank you very much, Caribbean Soul. So the Newsday was reporting 14 to 20 million, and the this other newspaper, online newspaper, is reporting it could be as much as 30 million. And Trinidad and Tobago was granted access to the International Oil Pollution Fund. I want to see if Tobago go get to spend that 30 million, or if the government go spend it on behalf of Tobago. You know? Yeah, that's left to be seen. Yeah, Caribbean Soul, I read it. Thank you very much. Rose, welcome. Long time no see. Welcome back. Rishi says, if you think so, Tommy, remember you both leave a black man country to go in a white man country and work under a white man to be who you are tomorrow. You never stay in a black man country and make it. Oh, God. You know, Richie had a laugh at that in truth, boy. Richie, if your parents took you out of a country, where you go tell your parents you ain't going? JS, welcome. JS, where you joining us from? Good night, Tommy. Using digital internet? Yeah, I know what internet Tommy using. JS, welcome. He's back. Tommy, JS want to know if you're using Digicel.
No.
You're using Flow? Is Flow you're using?
No. I'm using my brother's internet. I don't know who his carrier is, but
Okay. Or then Flow and Digicel increase the price. We played that video yesterday, Tommy.
oh yeah.
And well, I'm like, you ain't getting your money's worth of it.
Well, it's not my money's worth, it's his money's worth.
Okay. He ain't getting his money's worth then. Let me put it that way. Yeah, he ain't getting his money's worth. Tommy, let me go back to the chat. There's so much thing, eh? Wall Street, PNM have a history of mashing up, rebuild, and praising themselves for it. Why bring back Petrotrin now? I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, Jess says digital internet just went down here in Trinidad. I remember one year I was in Trinidad, boy. We ain't had internet for like a 3, 4, 5 days. Tommy, JB Harper told us about a situation that happened in Tobago. And he sent me the video about
Yes.
There is what is the name of that place again in Tobago? Where they do the kind of mining. They have to pay Trinidad 4.5 million royalty tax or some type of thing like that.
Some crazy thing like that.
All right, so let's listen to that. I didn't get that.
Energy has sent its auditors to audit Spell and have calculated that Spell now owes royalties in terms of taxes now for mining the rock in Studley Park. To pay that to the Ministry of Energy in Trinidad as royalties and not to the THE
So
of $4.8 million.
Stick up it. Stick up it.
That is why I see
Stick up it, Mr.
Tobagonians have to come to terms with these facts and these laws as to whether this is what we want. Now, whether Spell has the money to do it or not is a different matter altogether.
I want to ask.
That is why, Brother V, if the thing wasn't serious, I would laugh.
Mr. James, stick up in. I just want to ask this before we close. You are saying, and I'm hearing for the first time, that we have to pay or the Park Quarry has to pay royalties to the Ministry of Energy in the tune of how much? Just repeat the figure.
They have written a letter. I'm going to do a live on this matter soon. They have written a letter to Spell, saying to Spell that unless you pay me this 4.8 million, which represents back royalties from 2017 under the PNM, which they never had a conversation about. Back royalties from 2017, they have written a letter to say, unless you pay this $4.8 million to us, we who have the rights to give you the license to operate in Tobago, you ain't getting it.
All right.
And that is one of the prime examples of the Parliament creating laws that just makes no sense.
You know, let's try to see if we could get Trevor James. I'm trying to call Trevor James. Let me do something. Hold on, man. Let me try something here. Hold on. Somehow that thing in So, folks, I'm trying to see if I could get Trevor James.
True, understand.
Hello, Trevor. You are live on WZYU 95.9 FM on Indie Village. How are you doing, Trevor? You have a minute for us?
Honestly, let me get talk to you now, boy. I'm in the middle of my function.
All right, no problem. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. Bye-bye. Well, at least you pick up the phone. Studley Park Quarry. We was going to talk about the Studley Park Quarry. Heidi says, Anslam, and they're Trinidadians who has a free internet system. Who is that? Heidi, I know about that, nah? So we are going to try to find out more about that $4.8 million that the THA or Studley Park. Oh, God. Look now, let me play this song, eh? Let me play this song. Well, I think we just play things in here for joke.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting you know. This is
Okay. Tell me like this song in one play, but
Suddenly, it got to be a happy place, no longer sad.
it's a happy place. And let me go back and see if we go play. What happened song? You think it's a happy place?
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting you know. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderator say another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. An next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. Yes, I'm going like some goats when they come looking for votes. With the empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But look, the moderator saying another body in a drain. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. An next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place. Champion.
There you have it. Tommy, I want to do something, and let me be very transparent to the people. Darian Marcel is my friend. You know Darian Marcel, right?
Know of him. I don't know him personally.
Yeah, Darian Marcel is my friend. But I hear Darian Marcel said something on his radio program today that had me a little disturbed because the American government, let me read it for you, what it says, right? New U.S. policy restricts export of guns ammo to local dealers. Last week, the Biden administration announced the imposition of new restrictions on firearm imports to curb the use of U.S.-made civilian guns in crimes abroad. The new regulation will now require exports to better vet their customers and tighten sales to 36 countries deemed high risk for illicit diversion of semi-automatic firearms. Trinidad and Tobago is one of these 36 countries which will be affected. And Darian Marcel went as far as to say that Trinidad and Tobago was one of the countries responsible for this initiative by the US government. And let me go back here. I just did something. I don't know we like to Google. So here what it says. Here what it says. The Trinidad and Tobago government has been actively working on overhauling its old gun license laws and has proposed significant changes to address firearm regulation within the country. This includes removing the discretion of the police commissioner to approve gun license and imposing a ban on military-type weapons for civilians. Additionally, the government is considering the establishment of a firearms licensing board to review all license applications. But listen to this. While there is no direct mention of Trinidad and Tobago's government involvement with the Biden administration announcement on new restrictions on firearm imports, the Trinidad and Tobago government has shown a commitment to addressing issues related to firearm trafficking and crime. They have engaged with international bodies like the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime to facilitate comprehensive review of the Firearms Act and have drafted the Firearms Control Bill, which is out for comment. So I want to call my friend Darian Marcel to find out, how did he make that leap? And that is the first time I'm doing this. But I have to be transparent. And let people know Darian Marcel is my friend. You understand, Tommy?
The friends are for.
Yeah, that's what friends are supposed to be for. You know what I mean? Well, I think he's still my friend. Yeah, he's still my friend. Foster Cummins used to be my friend too.
What happened?
He's still my friend.
Okay.
So folks, Darian Marcel and picking up. Why these PNM people don't pick up the phone, man? Hey Tommy, why these PNM people don't pick up the phone? I ain't pick up the phone.
When they see Wall Street.
Nah, but I'm a partner. Yeah, Walton, I'll go try that. Oh, Tommy, you know who Highly talking about? Your partner now, what is his name?
Which one?
TV White Space.
Ferguson.
I think that's who Highly talking about. And some you don't even show with the fella. He travel all over the world sharing free internet. That is TV White Space was free, right?
Well, there's infrastructure costs to put in the system in place.
Oh, okay. Tommy, Rishi was sending you a case of Red Bull.
A case of what?
Red Bull.
You think I need wings?
I don't know. Yeah. Walton said Professor try and get Trevor James on the program tomorrow. I go try. Yeah, we go see. Caribbean so say what? The TPS more scared than us. The police bulletproof vests expired. Criminals have bigger guns than them. Hailey says, Rose says she good, Hailey. She good. Up one, up in Caribbean Soul side, you don't hear one siren. Where she say, Wall Street as they see. Wall Street is say nah, he not like we. Who does say not like we? She buys that as a Trinidadian to the bone, boy. I think I patriotic more than many people living in Trinidad. I could say that without fear or favor. So me and I are more patriotic than many of them people living in Trinidad.
Correct.
Yeah?
Because it's country first.
Oh, so we had this story from yesterday, Tommy. This is, this is an old story, I had enough of that story anyway with the Auditor General. I had enough of that story. But Tommy, we haven't addressed this a lot. But the government was trying for TikTok to sell TikTok to a person in the United States of America. I didn't get, but listen to the TikTok owner.
Breaking news. 3 hours ago, TikTok CEO Shou Chew took to the platform to address its staggering 1 billion users regarding the passing of the TikTok ban bill and what the community can anticipate in the future. In the video message, Chew provides insights into the company's stance on the legislation.
Hi everyone, it's Shou here. As you may have heard, Congress passed a bill that the president signed into law that is designed to ban TikTok in the United States. That would take TikTok away from you and 170 million Americans who find community and connection on our platform. Make no mistake, this is a ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice. Politicians may say otherwise, but don't get confused. Many who sponsored the bill admit a TikTok ban is their ultimate goal. It's obviously a disappointing moment, but it does not need to be a defining one. It's actually ironic because the freedom of expression on TikTok reflects the same American values that make the United States a beacon of freedom. TikTok gives everyday Americans a powerful way to be seen and heard, and that's why so many people have made TikTok part of their daily lives. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again. Our community is filled with people who have found acceptance and compassion, offered inspiration and encouragement, increased their awareness and broadened their perspectives, ultimately adding more delight and joy to their lives. Our community is also filled with 7 million business owners who have built their livelihoods on TikTok. While we make our case in court, you'll still be able to enjoy TikTok like you always have. In fact, if you have a story about how TikTok impacts your life, we'll love for you to share it to showcase exactly what we're fighting for. Meanwhile, we will continue to invest and innovate to keep our community vibrant, exciting, and safe. Through our US data security efforts, we have built safeguards that no other peer company has made. We have invested billions of dollars to secure your data and keep our platform free from outside manipulation. I can't say this enough. This extraordinary diverse community is what makes TikTok so special, what makes it matter, and what makes it meaningful. And we'll keep working to ensure you will always have the opportunity, the safety, and the freedom to enjoy all TikTok has to offer. Thank you.
There you have it. I don't get that, boy. They want to ban TikTok.
All political.
Say that again, Tommy.
Politics.
Politics. Yeah. Richie say, I mean, as them PNMC calls, they say not like it does not answer. Yeah, the world going mad every day you hear and see some crazy things happening. Sometimes we're not sure to get to tomorrow. Correct is right. Yeah, it's all kind of thing going on, you know. Yep. For me, sometimes sometimes I don't know what to say. To be honest with you.
What can you say?
I mean, every day it seemed like something happened. So Tommy, do you believe they took a what the people say? They talk about, oh, here it is, Tommy. I know I talked something before that they should do more of this in Trinidad and Tobago before we went for the break. Here's what they should do more of. Watch this.
No. I bring a good back for them.
Well done, Deez. Well done.
He's coming like a molinga.
It would be nice if we could see more of that in Trinidad and Tobago. It would be so nice if we could see more of that happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? That will be excellent, you know. Because this is what we talk about when we talk about community service in Trinidad and Tobago. The police working with the youths in the area. So the police gonna know. They're gonna know who is who in the zoo. You understand? And I don't understand for the life of me how the police could allow certain communities to become the way they are. For example, look at Canada. Look at them nice buildings up in Canada. Why they allow it to become like that? Abandoned. Why? They just leave them people there. And them is the people who voting for them, eh? Leave them there. Well, maybe I do understand, or maybe I don't understand. I don't understand. And maybe in these situations, you have to blame the people too. Because they're allowing this to happen to them. If the politicians think they can take advantage of you and you still vote for them, why they go try to improve your lives? Why they go try to do anything different? Because they think they can continue to do the same thing and they go get the same results.
Right.
I ain't trying to improve nothing. Why go try to improve it for what? Right? Because if I improve it, maybe I might make you wise. So I cannot improve it. I have to keep it the same. And there comes a point in time when the people are going to have to wake up. And as I said previously, you can't continue doing the same thing and expect to get different results. No, you can't. Maybe you think you may, but you can't. Hi, Judy. Get the people out so the rich can get prime property of the hills. You know what, Tommy? I don't think, if you ask me, I don't think the people of Laventille want to move out of Laventille. I think the people of Laventille want to stay in Laventille. But I think many of the young kids in Laventille just want equal opportunity. And Richie, you are correct. Why the government don't let our army go into the community? We army eat and sit down, do a 100 million was to help crime and the youth. You know, Richie, as you say that, I want to play something. As you talk about that day, let me, I have to look for this. I'm going to look for this and play. Because I think this is important. How quick we just forget in Trinidad and Tobago. We just forget so quick in Trinidad and Tobago. I know I saw this video. I want to play this video. We just forget too quick. I want to refresh your memories about certain things in Trinidad and Tobago. Folks, I'm looking for a video here. I want to find this video for you all. I know I saw it today. I absolutely saw it today. I'm going to look for it. I'm looking for it. I think it might be here. It's not here, boy. Okay. It's not there. You know what? Let me play a song while I look for this video. I got to look for this video. No, I can't play it while I look for that video. I want to play this one. I must find it. I want to refresh people's memory. Is this here? No, that's not it there. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Maybe it might be over here. So, folks, I'm looking for a video that I want to play for you to refresh our memories of how quick we forget. Okay. It's not there. I think it's here. I think it's here. Okay, hold on. I think it's here. Tommy, I'm looking for a video here. I want to refresh these people's recollection about things that happen and how quickly we forget about things that happen. Here we go. Here it is right here.
One of the biggest problems in this country today is the breakdown and the failure of black African families in Trinidad and Tobago, where black young men are believing that they have no future, and they were brought up to believe that violence is a way of life. And let me tell you something. Special problems require special responses. And I will tell you, as I continue to examine my responsibility of Prime Minister, I have now come to the conclusion that we need special intervention in some of those communities that are nurseries for criminal conduct. And insofar as there are officials who can broadcast as loudly as they can that the police have no leadership and the police commissioner is no good and every policeman is a waste of time, giving confidence to the criminals that they could embark on their criminality with impunity. I want to tell them tonight, in those communities that you will see named in the very near future, I will instruct the Minister of Finance to identify immediately $100 million to go inside those communities and do what is not being done, because criminals in there have taken control of those streets and those houses and are making it difficult for government services to go in there and give some people an opportunity for a decent life. There are communities here in the East-West Corridor and elsewhere where a handful of criminals, like Mr. Hines told you.
So, folks, where's that 100 million? Where that 100 million?
Vanished into thin air.
And you know what? People are asking about it. They ain't asking about it. Where's the 100 million? All right, again, a return call here. Tommy, let me take this quickly. I'm going to take this.
Okay. Remember the numbers to call in: 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. Also 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Remember, we are on WhatsApp, we are on Twitter, on Facebook. And you ready?
Yeah, Tommy, I'm back with you. So, folks, we have with us my friend. I am saying my good friend, Darian Marcel, big-time radio announcer on I-95.5, and no stranger to WZY 95.9 FM. Let me say welcome to Darian Marcel. Darian Marcel, welcome.
Good night to you, Anselm. Good night to
Uncle
your
Tommy.
co-host.
Right, we also have Uncle Tommy here with us.
Good evening, Mr. Marcel.
Everybody, and we'll good night.
So, Darian, first of all, I had to put
Yes?
a disclaimer. I told people that Darian Marcel is my friend. Right? So we get that out
Yeah.
of the way. We get that out of the way first and foremost. Right, Tommy?
Correct.
Right.
But I don't know why you're asking Tommy, and I am supposed to be a friend, and you didn't ask me.
Well, no, I
We
just
find that he did say that to the audience.
yeah, I wanted you to know that I said that before I made the call. You understand? I let
But then why am I not given the opportunity to respond? Tommy cannot respond
all right.
to your statement that you are my friend, I'm your friend.
Okay, Darren Marcel, respond to my statement. Go ahead, Darren.
You are my friend. You're my very good friend.
Right. I just wanted people to know that. You know what I mean? But anyway, Darren Marcel, why I called you is that you read an article today from the Newsday. Okay? And I was listening to your program, you know, and I find that Darian Marcel was somewhat biased with respect to the article by saying to his audience that he believes that the government of Trinidad and Tobago had something to do with what the U.S. government did with respect to the new U.S. policy. Well, let me just read the first sentence for you. That's for the people. It's an article in today's, I think it was 22 hours ago, by Jada Lutu. New U.S. policy restricts exports of guns, ammo to local dealers. Last week, the Biden administration announced the imposition of new restrictions on firearm imports to curb the use of U.S.-made civilian guns in crimes abroad. The new regulation will now require exports to better vet their customers and tighten sales to 36 countries deemed high risk for illicit diversion of semi-automatic firearms. Trinidad and Tobago is one of these 36 countries which will be affected. And from what I understand that you were saying, that this policy here that was implemented by the US, somehow the government of Trinidad and Tobago was partially responsible for this initiative here by the US government.
You want me to respond?
Yeah.
All right. First, let me congratulate you for listening to a great radio station on a great program. I know that you have taste and you like good quality radio, and clearly you found. I afford you that opportunity, and so does I-95. And I, we give you the opportunity to find topics, and I'm happy about that. But I think that when you possibly either you misunderstood me, or you didn't hear, when you tuned in, you didn't hear all that I said. Because I was clear to identify that there were a number of other countries from Latin America, Asia, and Africa, and the Caribbean. And I also said that Dr. Rowley, when he spoke to the country initially about it, he says he is going to join Mexico, who has already triggered the action. And therefore, we will join Mexico in their matter. The other nations, there were another number of other nations who would have raised the matter. So if the Prime Minister said he would join Mexico in their matter, it means that this was not triggered by, the action was not triggered by Trinidad and Tobago. However, I might be, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear. We hearing you loud and clear.
So you probably misunderstood me. What I was adamant about is Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Rowley, having discussed the issue of crime, brought CARICOM leaders to Trinidad and Tobago to discuss their problems with crime as a region, led the way in that regard, and also took the lead in arguing the case with the president, vice president, secretary of Home Affairs, and so on, for the region, for those who were prepared to want to be advocated on their behalf. And therefore, you would have found that in this matter, Jamaica, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago on the list from CARICOM, and Belize being a member of CARICOM as well. Dr. Rowley led the argument. Further to which, in Trinidad and Tobago, when Dr. Rowley said that he spoke to the public and said this is what he is going to do on behalf of the people of Trinidad and Tobago, there were those in Trinidad and Tobago opposed to the government said, nobody will take on Dr. Rowley with that. The U.S. government will not take on Dr. Rowley with that. And he will not get an audience with the U.S. president, vice president, the government of the U.S. on this matter. And that he was crazy because they were arguing, first of all, who is Trinidad and Tobago and who is Dr. Rowley, for them to take them on. And they've also advocated that the gun dealers and manufacturers in the U.S. were big lobbyists in the U.S. And there was no way that the Democrats, the U.S. government, would facilitate the Trinidad and Tobago in particular, and our Prime Minister with this.
Are you hearing him, Aslan?
The internet. That is the internet.
A number of the international corporate giants in the energy sector, Shell, BP, Exxon, whoever, in terms of looking at our margins and loyalties and so on those margins, there were those in Trinidad, including Mariano Brown in particular, to say it was laughable and that those people would not give Dr. Rowley an audience and they laugh him out of tongue. And that was done about 3 years ago. And the government, led by Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young, went and had meetings with those people. And the outcomes were very successful for Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, when this other matter came up, again, they repeated the same thing, that the U.S. government, would laugh at Trinidad and Tobago and Rowley and his government, and they wouldn't take us seriously. So probably you misunderstood what I said, but the mere facts of the situation cannot suggest that Trinidad and Tobago led the way on this. They led the way on this for CARICOM. But if you look at the number of African countries, Asian countries, South America, Latin American countries, and so on, Trinidad and Tobago cannot be the only island, the only country on this matter. And as I want to repeat, Mexico had already taken the action, and we, the Prime Minister, indicated that we will join Mexico on taking this particular approach.
So, Darian, here's where there's a little flaw in your analysis, right?
Say that again?
Yeah, where there's a flaw in your analysis. Firstly, of the 36 countries that were named, Mexico is not one of them. So therefore, if Trinidad is joining Mexico in an initiative, and the U.S. is listed...
That is the court matter. By the way, that's a court matter.
No, well
the matter is Mexico.
Then you're conflating the two.
And the Supreme Court on the matter.
But then you're conflating the two. Because when I look at it, I hear you with Mexico, and you repeated that. To me, if Mexico is part of this, then Mexico will be part of these 36 countries. And it appears to me that the issue that they are dealing with is a separate issue, but not this issue. And let me just read this quickly for you, right? And this is from the internet, right? While there is no direct mention of Trinidad government involvement with the Biden's administration announcement on new restriction on firearm imports, the Trinidad and Tobago government has shown a commitment to addressing issues related to firearm trafficking and crime. They have engaged with international bodies like the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime to facilitate a comprehensive review of the Firearms Act and have drafted the Firearms Control Bill, which is out for comment. Now, I understand that 100%.
Let me read this for you.
Okay.
Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad Prime Minister led CARICOM in a symposium in Trinidad to call on the U.S. to do this, and more, to attack the source of guns coming into our country. Do you remember when the Prime Minister traveled to America and had meetings with President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, U.S. Secretary of Homeland Defense, the Director of CIA, and many other decision makers?
Correct. I remember that.
All right, okay. So, again, the Prime Minister told the country that Mexico had already gone to court on to raise this matter. The Prime Minister said that Trinidad and Tobago will join Mexico in the matter in court. Now, let's don't display semantics. The opportunity, instead of going to court with Mexico for whatever reason, we will follow this up here because I'm happy that you raised this to find out what is the status of that matter. But the opportunity to raise the conversation directly with the president and his team on the matter instead of going to court was there. So it may mean that the Prime Minister didn't have to join Mexico in the court matter, because if the matter in court, then it may not be that the U.S. government include them in the matter because the matter in court for whatever reason.
Darian,
but the fact is,
you're shifting the goalpost there, man.
The conversation was hard because the first signal that the government gave to the country about raising this matter with the U.S. A matter of fact, I think that the matter in the court was resolved there, but I will find that information for you.
Yeah, but
the President of the United States afforded the Prime Minister to come to him directly, and they are the legislators. And probably the matter, it is very possible that the outcome the Prime Minister wanted for Trinidad and Tobago meant that he didn't have to go to court and join Mexico again because of the nature of the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago and the United States and the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And they afforded him that opportunity, and they included him on a list of other countries who were seeking the same outcomes.
Darian, the only thing,
Yeah.
the thing here is that when I listen to what you had to say, it appears to me that you were saying that.
You're talking too soft. There's some hardly hearing.
Okay, all right. So when I listen to what you had to say, right, it appears that you were saying that for somehow the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago played an influential role in getting this done here, and you included Mexico. So what I was taken
all
aback
right.
by.
So again, I think you misunderstood me or I miscommunicated. I repeat for you, the first time this matter was raised to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago was the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago saying that they were going to enjoy people in a court matter where the Mexican government was challenging this situation. They went to court. Okay? That is what I said. That's what the Prime Minister told the country. Subsequently, there was this meeting and the government of the United States. Dr. Rowley, after having the conference in Trinidad, raising the issue with CARICOM, Dr. Rowley took the lead and had the meeting with the President of the United States on the matter. Now,
but
there was a visit to Trinidad and Tobago. I'm wondering if it is around Carnival time or it was just during the last CARICOM heads of government meeting this year when the Homeland Security, Secretary for Homeland Security, and a number of senior U.S. government officials came to Trinidad to have a number of discussions, including one on security issues.
But Darian, what is important here is that it is also stated in announcing this new measure, right? U.S. Department of Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said, the days of exporting military-style weapons to civilians in unstable countries are over. In Trinidad and Tobago, most of the illegal weapons, right, come through the illegal weapons, come through the port of entry, come through the legal ports in Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? It have people.
That's not a secret.
Yeah, it is not companies exporting that to Trinidad and Tobago. It is individuals.
I think you're missing the point. I think you're missing the point.
Okay.
I think you're missing the point. One, and if you read, there's an article, when I read the Newsday article, the importers of, the idea is not only exporting to, but clearly defining who are the end users to define that. What I understand by that is that importers of weapons, guns and ammunition will now have a further check and balance, as well as the exporters of, right? Now, if you indirectly sell as an exporter, manufacturer of guns to individuals to be exported, you must define clearly who you're selling to and what is to the end user, who it's supposed to be. Right now, there's no such accountability by the manufacturers and exporters of guns out of the US. And in Trinidad and Tobago and in many of these countries, the guns that are being used to commit murder and crime are not from Russia, China, Germany, or any of those places. They're from the United States.
But it's not the companies in this country, and we have a minute left. It's not the companies in this country that are exporting those guns into Trinidad and Tobago. It is not these companies that the US going to put a restriction on that these guns are coming from and sending it to Trinidad and Tobago. And that is part of the problem here. Right?
So who are they going to put the restriction on? If I didn't understand what I read.
Who is the US going to put restriction on?
Yeah.
What I'm saying, Darian, is that the government, if you are giving the government credit for this, right, in that the U.S. now put restrictions because of
but Anselm, I cleared up too, but I said I was very clear in saying that you either didn't understand you spoke. I was clear to say that it could not have been Trinidad and Tobago who triggered this based on the 35 other countries that are involved in this from the parts of the world, and that the matter first came to the attention of Trinidad citizens by the Prime Minister by saying Mexico has decided to take this matter to court, and we are going to enjoin Mexico on the matter.
Okay.
And having said that, I am saying that this idea did not emanate from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay. All right.
I said that.
All right. So, yeah. So point well taken. So what, at the end of the day, now you cleared it up, and there was an understanding that there was a situation where Mexico and Trinidad decided to enjoin Mexico in this situation, in order to get a certain outcome, right? And this situation here may not be that situation with Mexico, and this may be something.
Well, that's what I will do.
Yeah.
And I know that you can too. Yeah. I am going to go back and visit this matter.
Yeah.
Because that was my understanding. And I remember the Prime Minister was heavily criticized, and he was told in the country that he cannot accomplish that outcome. Forget that. I will revisit that for you.
Okay.
And you can research it as well.
I will do that.
And you can tell me when next we can discuss it.
Yes,
because
definitely.
If I misunderstood that, I'll be happy to admit that.
Definitely. We definitely need to have that follow-up on that.
Also, what I gather from this,
only to underline, if I may, the success of the endeavors by the government of Trinidad and Tobago to be included on that list along with other CARICOM members.
Well, I mean, that's a success. I don't have no problem with that. If I'm fair. Tommy,
I just thought I would mention that.
Tommy, quickly, Tommy. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yes, what I'm saying, what I understood clearly from the discussion is that, yes, the United States government made certain moves as far as the importation rules or allowances, but it's not going to have much effect on what's going on for the mere reason that the importation is not through legal means, but through illegal means.
Correct. Yeah. And you know what? We have to leave it there, though. Darian, we have to leave it there because we go on. But Darian, I appreciate you taking the call. We're going to continue this discussion. I'm really happy that you took the call, and we're going to continue this discussion. Closing words before you go.
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I'm not as pessimistic, and I did say that if you listen to the program, this is not a cure for all, and the outcomes of this we will not reap overnight. So if Tommy didn't hear, I hope he heard me just now.
All right, thanks a lot.
I certainly heard you.
Instant success or changes.
Okay, thanks a lot.
But it's a step in the right direction.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah,
thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah, but what we are saying is that regardless of what the United States government does, it still doesn't affect.
Yeah, it doesn't affect
the importation of those weapons into Trinidad and Tobago, because the importation is through illegal means, not legal.
That ban is a waste of time.
Exactly, that's what I was trying to say. In other words,
it's a waste of time. All right, let me go for the break. We'll be right back. Folks, in the meanwhile, closing comments in the chat. We'll be right back after.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
You know, Tommy.
May I go first?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, every day is a new opportunity to begin again. Every day is your birthday. These are the words of Dalai Lama. Like I always say, you have to become the change you want to see. You, the man in the mirror. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you on tomorrow's edition. God willing.
Thank you, Tommy. My closing quote is, I never knew how strong I was until I had to forgive someone who wasn't sorry and accept an apology I never received. I never knew how strong I was until I had to forgive someone who wasn't sorry and accept an apology I never received. From where I said, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Hailey says, step in the right direction. That is all it is. One step and never a complete walk. So, folks, we are out of here. See you tomorrow. Same WZY time, same WZY channel. And we're going to go to this song, which has become one of our anthem songs, Trinidad and Tobago.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting you up. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderator send another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. An next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. Yes, I'm like some goats when they come looking for votes. Sit to empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up against parliament economy. But let the moderator send another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. An next road stain with somebody's sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place. Champion.